Hey everyone, before this video starts, I'd like to give a special thank you to all my Patreon and Twitch subscribers. If you'd like to learn how to support this channel, possibly for free, just hang out till the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so in the middle of that last segment, I had seen something going on where somebody says that the Rx0rcist, whatever, her account is gone. So this is that girl this is her Twitter. This girl, but it's gone. She deleted it herself, or she removed it herself. I looked and I verified it on the phone, because like on the phone it'll tell you if it was banned or not. So that was gone. And then that Dinesh, is that his name? Whatever. That Danesh guy, he removed his account. He put himself in private. So apparently, she was doxxed, I think. And Dinesh put it on his Twitter. Let's watch this.
Okay, so I tried not to address this because I tried to let it die over and tried to just let it go away.
Please stop your crusade against her. Her lactation work is dedicated to helping marginalized community. What? What is lactation? Wait, what? Listen, I don't quite understand what lactation work means. Okay. Marginalized communities, when you attack her work just because you don't like her, you're attacking people.
But I can't not address it. Like, I don't know what you guys are upset at, and I don't know what you guys want from me. I'm a black woman. I am quiet. I'm over here doing my life's work.
I looked at this comment here, and it says, what are you doing to this girl, Rx0rcist, whatever? Were you thinking about black community when you had a plantation wedding? What is a plantation wedding? Oh, I think I know what I think it's a wedding that is at somewhere that used to be a plantation. I don't know if she probably didn't know it was a plantation before. She probably didn't realize it. Interesting. Let me finish this video.
I do birth work because it's necessary, not because I choose to, not because I have so much money to take all these classes and do all these certifications, but because I don't know what else to do. Black women are dying. Black babies are dying. I made those shirts so that I could offset cost, so that I could take more classes, so that I could do more for my community, so that I could create extra income, so that I could do more in my community. I could offer pro bono services. I could offer free classes.
Oh, lactation work is helping women breastfeed after birth. Okay.
It's the truth. The shirt is the truth, and you guys are attacking me for someone else wearing my shirt. Someone else is wearing my shirt, and I don't know Savannah personally.
Okay, so I guess the girl, Savannah, which is Rx0rcist, I guess that shirt that she has, that's the shirt that this other girl was selling. Excuse me, sorry. And her wearing it was getting this woman attacked for it.
I don't think she's a bad person. I think that in our world, as lactation educators, things land different because we're out here trying to educate people about why things are the way that they are. And you try to do it in any way that you possibly can. And we know that we don't just need to educate black women. Like, black women already know, so we need to educate everyone else.
So, okay, I understand what's happening here. So it looks like Savannah's under some fire. Basically what's going on...
Okay, so I tried not to address...
Basically what's going on is that she has this shirt that's like stolen black breast milk built this nation. I don't quite understand that. I'm gonna have to look into that later. I've never heard of that before. And then it turns out they had a plantation wedding. I feel like she probably didn't know. I don't know how long ago this was. This looks like it was from 2017. So this was 5 years ago, it looked like. This is what it looks like. My beautiful South Carolina wedding, 8/26/2017. And then somebody responded to it on August. Or is this did she post this on August? Am I a boomer? Oh no, she must have had it in 2017 and then posted about it in August, saying this is my beautiful wedding. And it's possible that she knew it was a plantation wedding. It's also possible she didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. It's like, I mean, like, it took me, it's not like I knew everything about everything as I was growing up. Like, it took me a long time to educate myself on topics, and I continue to educate myself. So I wouldn't put it past her that she didn't know. The problem that I have, though, is that this is the thing. So I would sit here and say like, hey, it sounds like she's, and then somebody doxed her apparently. Like they're like going hard on her, which caused her to remove her account. It caused Dinesh to remove his account. And you know, people like my first reaction is like, yeah, this is definitely. And Karen went private. Everybody's going private. It seems like everybody that's attached to this is going private. And I go like, oh, this is a disproportionate response from people. I can't believe that they're doxing her. This is really inappropriate. The problem here is that we have individuals, and I'm going to say all three of these. I guess Savannah will call her, Dinesh and Karen. These are three people who they lean very heavily into cancel culture. They call people out, justifiably so, but they overprescribe a punishment. And that's one of the biggest problems. Somebody who won't wear their mask on an airplane, you got to find out where they work, where they live, and you got to cancel them. This is the kind of shit that these people engage in. And it's a huge problem because you're proposing yourself as this massively virtuous person that never has a bad day. Bro, everybody acts like a piece of shit sometimes. Some people have bad days. And I'm not excusing anti-vaxxers, but guess what? The airplane can kick them off the plane themselves without ruining their lives. And so it's really just an appeal to a very base desire to hurt people. That's really what it is. It is to an extent an act of violence when you just try to go and cancel somebody. It's like, oh, this person didn't wear a mask. Well, I'm going to cancel them. Oh, this person said something racist. Like, yeah, you shouldn't say racist things. Absolutely. But, you know, when you go and like, oh, this person did something racist, let's destroy their entire life. Do you think that from an outcome perspective, it's going to reduce the chance that they're going to be racist? Or do you think it's going to increase the chance that they're going to be racist? People tend to double down on they double down on what they're feeling or what they're saying when they get canceled on these types of things. It's not an educational moment. And so you call people out, but to go after people's like place of employment and to really just try to assassinate their entire life, I think that that's a very ignorant thing. And it also, as a cancel person, as somebody who cancels people, not me, them, you're setting yourself up to be perfect. What you're saying is, if you do something wrong, I'm going to destroy you. That means that if I do something wrong, you need to destroy me. And while doxing is never appropriate, to an extent, they asked for this. This is what happens when you have like platforms that are completely like 100% reliant on breeding hate. And that's why this happened. And so, like, I feel bad, but then I also don't, because this all comes in the wake of them being called out for performative activism. And I looked into it, and I think that there is a reasonable argument to be made. And it kind of centralizes around at least Dinesh, and it seems like Rx0rcist was called out by like a black content creator, because in the past there was a white content creator that the two of them will repost as like in positive affirming them, where they were called out for past racism as well as like inappropriate duets on TikTok with kids during the original part of the account. And these are people who refuse to talk about it, saying, well, I don't talk about everything. But the reality is that if you're in the commentary space and it's something you would have commented on, but you don't because this is a friend, you're being a performative ally. That's it. You could say, hey, I think he's a good guy. I think that he's changed for the better. I think that the weird duets with those kids was because he's an older person that just doesn't understand the internet. You can make excuses for it, but you should at least talk about it in a way that's like, what they did was wrong, but I think they're a good person. But they didn't do that. And then it rolls up to the Modern Warrior situation, where they didn't talk about the Modern Warrior situation, where Modern Warrior is getting justifiably called out for being a womanizer by talking to multiple women at once and lying to them, saying that he's only talking to them. Then when Chelsea responded by basically trying to say that he sexually assaulted her in some capacity and started talking about like being pregnancy and a bunch of other shit, they didn't defend them. They didn't defend Modern Warrior to an extent, right? So they were called out again for like performative activism, not talking about a particular topic to keep themselves out of it, even though it's a topic they would normally talk about, simply because of the actors that are involved, right? And so like that's what's happening. And it is funny because, you know, everybody gets what's coming to them. I got banned off of TikTok. My content was getting worse and worse. I was getting edgier. So you know what? Justifiably so, I think. Karma slapped me. Karma's slapping them in a different way. And like, let's hope that this is a wake-up call for all of them. Aunt Karen, that Danesh guy, even Modern Warrior, who used his platform in order to basically womanize women. Be inappropriate towards women. You know, he doesn't seem to have made a video in a while. Did he come back? He doesn't seem like he came back. So hopefully this is a wake up call to these people that are literally, I think, abusing their platforms in order to self-serve. And like, you shouldn't get doxxed. I think that's terrible. But at the end of the day, like, you know, this thing here where you had like what is it, plantation wedding? It's wrong. We know it's wrong. I doubt that you knew it was wrong in 2017. Or maybe you did and you were racist and you've reformed. I don't really know. But you have created these circumstances for people to criticize you. If you have a platform that snipes anybody for any wrong move or misstep, expect that in return. It's absolutely a reason why when I go through topics, I try to be as like fair as possible. You know, I mean, ultimately, I don't know if karma is a real thing or if there's some kind of spirit of the universe, but you should be afraid of like misstepping intentionally just to appeal to a fan base of fucking blood hungry people. And that's what it is. And that's what it is. And my understanding is that they would even post all over their Twitter, which I think is gone now, to basically send hatred towards particular people. So, you know, just do better. Operate in a better capacity. You know, stop being so morally self-righteous. You know, treat others the way you'd want to be treated. Personally, if I made a mistake, I'd like a little leniency and the ability to educate myself and move forward. And that's why I treat people with the exact same energy. So you guys should do the same. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.